You know the best thing about this business in Nigeria? There are banks that are willing to give farmers loans. The government is willing to give you a loan as long as you're a farmer. Banks like BOI, if you've heard of that, Bank of Industry, if you walk into Bank of Industry and you're able to present a good proposal, especially if you have something existing, if you've started small and you're able to tell them your plan and all, guys, you will get your loan. Even if you've not started, there's also a package for people like that. People that have concrete plan on how to start, not that they'll give you a grant or a loan and then boom, the money is in the air. No. And that is the breeding of domesticated birds for personal consumption or commercial purposes. Poultry farming. And in 2022, a lot of people right here this year are talking about poultry farming. How do we rear birds? Chicken, turkey and things like that. In this video, we're going to discuss step-by-step process of going into poultry farming, even if you want to do it at your backyard or if you want to have something big. Just stick with me to the end so that you get the step-by-step process and you won't miss a detail. Poultry is a broad aspect of farming, so you have to pick a niche, whether you want to focus on breeding meat or breeding eggs, or you can choose to combine both if it works well for you, if you have the resources, the skill, and you have the finance. So here the first thing you do is to choose a farm location and set it up. You do this by putting up a poultry farm structure. Here we are talking about nests, cages, waters, feeders, incubators, heater, waste system, and other farm equipment. Furthermore, you need to employ workers. You cannot do it alone. Even if you have all the experiences needed, you need workers, you need hands. And if you don't have all the experiences you need experienced hands. So there are two types of workers you need. You need unexperienced hands and experienced hands. So it means that you may have to train some people, that is the unexperienced hands. There are things that doesn't need an experienced person to do, while there are other things that you have to focus on people that have experiences. Still talking poultry farming in Nigeria, we know we need chicken. We need to start with chicks or young birds. And when it's the end of the year, the December thing, or any festive period of the year, I think we have like 3 to 4 breaks in the year for festivities. Those periods are your period, like massive period. Before that period, there are other things you can do to make your money, but those are major periods. Next, you have to keep the chicks alive and healthy by feeding them and employing the services of a veterinary. That person will come and vaccinate them when it is needed. I've heard a lot of people say that they started poultry and their chicks die and this happened and that happened. The truth is that we like taking shortcuts. Apologies to those it has happened to, but this is a fact. Some people don't want to employ the services of people that will do the job right, because of the money involved. While some people don't even want to do that at all, they just go online and read about the kind of vaccine to use and start getting them vaccinated. Also, there are people that have said, I know someone that is also into farming that told me what to use. Who told you that that person has your interest at heart? I'm not saying that that is the case, but then why did your chicks all die? You see, so that really discouraged a lot of people and they stopped poultry farming. These are the things that will help you not to make that mistake. Employ the service of someone that is well certified in the business as a veterinary, and you are sure to have a healthy bird when you're doing what you're supposed to do. Your routine call on their vaccination. Are you aware that every business has a trick? You have to take time to learn the business trick of any business you want to invest in. Don't say because you have the money and that is enough. No. If you're old and you think that you will not be able to go through the stress, you need someone you can trust that will go through learning the tricks of the business, then you establish. But if you're young enough, please go and learn the tricks of the business. Even if it will take you more than 3 months, do something about that. It will really help you. It is important in any business. Also, you need to do your research. Research for any business at all. Research. In 2022, I don't think that word can be overemphasized. Instead, we need to use it more often. Most times, businesses crumble because we don't research well. We heard this from this, they said it's viable, they said it's good, they said it's a fantastic investment, and that is enough? Guys, no. No, you can't depend on that. You need to do your own research, learn the tricks. There's always a trick to every business. And you need to have a budget. Guys, your budget will determine the kind of standard you should have. Your budget will determine if you should go big, if you should start it at the back of your home. If you're still living in someone else's building, that may not be acceptable. People, there are standards for these things, and you know that when your farm is growing, the government can come with policies, one thing or the other, and tell you that you are supposed to vacate the place. You don't want that. So you must do research about the kind of criterias needed for you to have a poultry, and you need your own place. I mean, somewhere you can call your own, whether it is leased, whether you borrowed it, whether you bought it, but at least it's your own. So you don't need to contaminate the environment. There are places that you shouldn't do poultry business in. We all know how it smells, so we don't want us to be in the middle of our business while everything is thriving, then the government comes one day and say no. Guys, that won't be nice. So our budget is important in order to put all these things into consideration. Some people have millions of naira to invest, some people have hundreds of thousands, while some people have just thousands to invest. Start small, start where you are. Don't forget the purpose of starting, and you are going to grow steadily. Beautiful enough, most businesses that started small actually becomes great eventually. So the conversation is right. Okay, now welcome to our channel. We are so happy you joined this community. Continue to soar high, and if you've not subscribed, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You stand a chance for a weekly shout out. I'll see you in the next.